Creates here, and today I'm going to be making an original pony custom. So here is my design idea. Last time I created Kathy Lockworth, so this time I'm going to be making Suzi Stitchwood. So here is what they look like. They are a purple pony with some orange hair, and they look very physically thin and frail. They have some orange shoes, and the cutie mark is a pin with a bit of thread, and they also have a little red hat. So now let's get on with making the custom. For this character, I'm going to be using this Pinkie Pie, and I'm going to take away the label. As you can see, I did not put the name on because I didn't have a name at the time when I was labeling them. So let's just take that away. I'm going to be using a loom band to tie up the hair so I can keep it all together. So now I can cut it all off, starting at the root using a pair of scissors. And I do try to cut the hair as short as possible. So now I'm going to be using the hairdryer to soften up the head until it's super soft and squishy, so I can gently pull the head away from the body. Now I'm going to be doing the most dangerous part of this procedure, so I'm going to be using a scalpel knife so I can cut around the neck plug and pull it out. And this is very dangerous, by the way, so please, if you're a child, do not do this because this blade is really sharp and you can literally cut off your finger. I'm not even kidding. Get an adult to help if you're going to make a custom. That has this requirement, so craft at your own risk. Anyway, I removed the neck plug, so now I'm going to remove the tail from the inside, so I'm using a pair of scissors to pull out the tail. And now I'm just going to use my hands to pull the rest of it out. I'm now going to be using super glue to glue the neck plug back on. So I'll try and find out the best way of where the neck plug fits in. So I just do this by like just twisting it and just wriggling it and to see if it looks presentable. I also like to squish around the pony's neck, around like the neck plug, so I can really get it glued down there and just so it can just look more seamless, I guess, in some way. So this is what it looks like. I did like knife it, like my blade went through the pony's neck, so that's what the scar is, but let's just ignore that and move on to the acetone. So I'm going to be using acetone to remove the pony's cutie mark, and I'm also going to be using it to remove the pony's eyes. So now my pony is completely blank. I can now move on to the hairdryer to soften up the head once again. I'm now going to be using my scissors to put inside the pony's head so I can loosen up all of the glue and all of the hair plugs. I'm now going to be using a pair of tweezers to take out all of the glue and all of the hair plugs. Now that the pony head is completely clean, I'm now going to be using this white acrylic paint to build up some layers of paint for the head and for the body, so I can create a foundation for the actual body colour that I want this pony to have. I also use the spray bottle full of water so I can keep the paint wet. Now I can continue painting all of the layers, and this is what the pony looks like with just one layer of paint. So now I'm going to cut it for when I paint about 6 or several layers of paint, which looks like this. So now I can move on to the actual body colour of the pony. I'm going to be using these 3 colours of acrylic paint, and I'm also going to be using some white paint, and I'm going to mix everything together to get the shade that I want, and now I can start painting it. And I am going to put multiple layers of this paint on as well until it looks satisfactory, I think is the right word. But anyway, this is what they've turned out to look like when I finished painting them all. Hooray! I painted the whites of the eyes on the pony to try and get the eye shape of the character, but they kind of ended up looking like unintentional, like Fluttershy eyes. But yeah, that isn't intentional, but it just happened to look like that, so yeah. I'm going to be using this dark green acrylic paint, and I'm going to be using the end of a paintbrush to blop in the eye colour. Now I'm going to add in the pupils and the heavy eyeliner. Now I'm going to finish up the face by adding the eyelashes, the beauty mark, the lipstick and the nostrils. Now it's time to add in the cutie mark, and ta-da! Here it is! Now that the head and the body is done, I can now seal it in with some matte Mod Podge. Now I'm going to cover the head and the body completely with this matte Mod Podge to seal everything in. Now I'm going to wait for this to dry. Once everything is dry, I can now get the hairdryer to soften up the head on the pony so I can ease the head on the neck plug. And voila, the head is now back onto the body. So now let's look at the final result. So this is what they have finally turned out to look like. Okay, so this is Suzi Stitchwood and this is how they have turned out. So as you can see, I have dressed them up. I tried to get it accurate to the drawing that I did of them, which is right here. As you can see, they are a very frail character, so I did not make, they don't look like frail in the pony form because I'm still not confident enough in like customizing to do like extreme like procedures like this of like cutting and like the legs and making them like really thin and frail. That's more of like atomic glitter sort of level, and I'm not at that level at all yet. I don't know if I ever will be, but yeah, if I did really want this to be more accurate, I would have probably like cut the legs and kind of put wire in the legs and put clay around it to give them like really thin frail legs, but I'm so scared, so I haven't done that on this character. I might do something like that in the future. Maybe in the future I could remake like some of my custom characters and try to get them as accurate as I can. Another thing that isn't accurate is the hat. As you can see, the hat on my pony custom is a lot bigger than this drawing, and also like the brim on this is yellow. I give them a purple brim because I think it kind of just ties it better together, like purple and red, that them two colours there complement each other so well. I added this fancy little blue feather just to give them more like, oh, so this is kind of like a higher class sort of pony. So this character is not meant to be a working class character, they're meant to be like a higher class. I don't know if like middle class is the same as like working class, like they're kind of like a bit above that, like because that's a statement right there. Like fashion is like the key. I just dropped them. Like fashion is like the key of like to understand what level and what class this pony is. So this is like a higher class pony. This is like my own fictional world, by the way. So I do think of like maybe making like a video of like how I kind of like do the sort of how do I like put certain like clothing elements in like different classes, but like this feather here, now that's a statement right there. I'm just saying, and that hat as well. Not many working class ponies have hats, just saying, because they can't afford them. That's horrible, I know, but it's true. So on the original design I give them orange hooves, and I decided not to give them orange hooves because I kind of want to like put different wigs on them, and the orange hooves will clash if I put like if I give them like a different hair color. It just wouldn't make sense for them to have orange hooves, so I can like be more interchangeable with this pony, because like they wear wigs, and I have made some other wigs, like for example if they wore this coloured wig it would not make sense for them to have orange hooves because everything just would be clashing, and it just wouldn't make sense. The colour story would not make sense. So that's why I did not give this pony orange hooves, because I can use this pony for like many different series and they can play like different sorts of characters. Like if I was doing like a school series, they could be like an emo or like a goth and have like this hair, but like their true character is like, you know, the Suzi Stitchwood the Suzi Stitchwood character that I drew. But like I can also multi-use them for like different characters as well, so I kind of like that they're interchangeable. That's like the fun with like wigs and stuff, so they can play as different characters. So I'm really happy that that's like a thing that I can do with like ponies that wear wigs and stuff, specifically because I can change the hair colour and it just changes like the whole character completely. So yes, and isn't this colour just like gorgeous, by the way? Like this is the first like character that I've made like this lilac, beautiful lilac purple colour, and I'm like obsessed with it. That's a bit of blue tack, sorry. It was off the orange wig, but yes, like this colour is so like, how well do these two colours go together? Like doesn't that make such more sense than the orange one? But like this character, you know, that they love the orange hair, we love the orange hair moment, but like this wig is gorgeous. Like the colours are just, look at that. Oh, isn't it beautiful? It's so beautiful. I also made them this red wig as well, and it goes with like the lip colour, so, and they also remind me of like Sally from the Nightmare Before Christmas sort of vibe. So yeah, this pony suits so many wigs, and it's just like, imagine if I painted the hoofs orange, it would not make sense. So I'm so happy that I decided not to do that, and I was actually thinking and everything about like all the different hair colours and everything. So it's just safer not to paint the hoofs at all if you want to interchange your pony's hair colour like this. So yeah, like it either goes with like the body colour or like the lip colour, like the hairs, and I also made this salmon colour wig as well, and it's all just like, it's so gorgeous, like the colours, how it goes with like the body colour. So yeah, so there's so many like variations that you can do with like ponies and wigs and stuff. I think this one is like my favourite though, like the dark purple, the first one. But yeah, the salmon colour, like Fluttershy who. So yeah, it's all just like fun, and I can just use this pony for so many different characters if I need to, because of the beauty of wigs and the power that I did not paint the hoofs orange. So yeah, that's why I didn't paint the hoofs orange. Okay, so back to the actual character that they are. So I was originally going to give them like a purple dress, but I found this little green number. Look at this. I found this little green dress like in my dress box where I store all of my dresses. So they were originally going to wear this dress, but I thought like, no, the green goes with like the bows in the hair and the eyes as well, because the eyes are like a green colour as well, so it all just ties in together nicely. I know that these dresses are very like plain, there's no decoration on them, but I may decorate these in the future. These are just like the base, like the base dresses that I made. I made like loads of like bases so I can like decorate them however I please. So yeah, that's what I've done. For the hat, I used glue tack to help me encourage it to stick onto the ear. So it's not really sticking onto the blue tack, it's kind of like more acting like a little hook to kind of keep it in place more, like just to thicken up the ear so it can like budge on a bit more, and it does not fall off. The beauty of blue tack, who could have lived without it? I'm also using blue tack to kind of to stick down like the loom band that I've used on the wig, and I can just like, it just helps me stick like the hair in place a bit more. And yeah, so I used loom bands and then I tied it over with this green piece of yarn that has fallen out. As you can see, these are meant to be 2 little ribbons that are in the hair, like on the original drawing. They have green ribbons in the hair and 3 riglets, so that is what I've recreated. So yeah, it's just a bit like, it's kind of keep floating away like that, so that's why I kind of want to stick it down and everything. And yeah, these are the little riglets that I made. So yeah, I give them on the tail as well that I budged in. The tail is removable and everything, so I can pull this out, give them a new tail colour, different pony, whole new different character. This is what the cutie mark looks like. So it's meant to be like a pin and a bit of thread. So that is what I did on both sides, because they're called Suzi Stitchwood, so it's like, you know, kind of like about sewing and stitching and stuff, so that could be part of their hobby, their character, maybe history. Who knows? Who knows? I mean, I know, but you don't. I have made 2 more orange wigs for this character. So the first orange wig I made was actually this one. So this was just like simple braided hair. So let's put it on the pony. Oh, this one does have like the tie off thing, so I can like fit it around the ears. This one doesn't, because I think it snapped off or I just didn't bother. So yeah, I'm just gonna take it off like that. See, it just flies off like that easy. So it's just like this, okay, so I just put it on like behind the pony's ears like this, just to help it be a bit more secure. Then I can actually put the wig in place. I put my fingers at the 2 sides so like the string doesn't fly off or fly off the ears in any way. I'm just gonna like put the hair like over the ears like that, so it looks like this. So they kind of look like Annabelle like this, but yeah, I just wanted to give them different like orange wig hairstyles, so they won't be stuck with the riglets and stuff. So I'm gonna make more orange wigs in the future, and of course I will use blue tack to kind of probably help this in place, or maybe I could like tie like a bit of string around here to kind of like nip it a bit, so it can encourage it to go downward. I don't know if I'll spray any like water on it to help it encourage it to stay down like this, but yes, they look like Annabelle with this hairstyle. And of course I had to make them this big ball gown wig or pompadour wig. I don't know what you call these wigs, like powdered wigs, like the big 18th century like inspired styled wig. Of course it's not perfect, I'd still need to like prepare it a bit. As you can still see like the wig cap, so I need to like glue it a bit. I need to glue it a bit more in place because it is a bit tacky and a bit messy than I would like it, and I just want to hide the wig cap as much as I can, so I need to fix it up a bit. So this is basically what this wig looks like. So yes, I kind of want to, I've learned a lot more about wigs and like expression of wigs through making wigs. This is the 3rd wig that I've made for a pony, like my 3rd big ball gown, pompadom wig, whatever you want to call it, powdered wig that I've made for a pony. And for this wig, I wasn't actually sure like how to do it, like how to style it, what do I decorate it with or anything, like what colours do I use is basically the thing. And I was like, well, wigs are meant to be like part of like expression and stuff, so if you're gonna make a big wig, you gotta make this like, this is like the pony at their ultimate final form, like make it the most powerful sort of expression of the character. So I give them all of the colours of the rainbow, not of the rainbow, but I give them all of their like signature colours sort of thing. So the blue feather is because they have a blue feather in their hat, the purple is because they are also a purple pony and they have like purple, they have like a purple band, and the red is the lips, and the green is meant to be like the eyes and the little dress that they wear, like their daily dress sort of thing. So yeah, this is just their final form sort of thing. So make it, it's like Pokemon, like this is like the final Pokemon form, like this wig is, not the dress, like they need like a ball, like a big ball gown dress sort of thing. So this is definitely not a working class pony at all. They're like a high class, I guess, since they have like a big wig, and only like rich ponies can probably afford these things. So yes, these are meant to be like just fruits, I guess. Fruit, like little purple little pom-poms that I stuck on to make as fruits because I didn't have like a purple feather. So, but I did have purple pom-poms, and it just ties well, everything just fits well together. So yes, I'm really happy. I might decorate it more. I was thinking of putting like some ribbons on, but I think this is okay. I might add some like more hair pieces on, like more riglets on, because they're like a riglet sort of pony. They like to wear riglets, they have riglets, so I might add that on, or some swirls, and I don't know, just some more hair pieces in general. I really wanted to see what they would look like standing next to Kathy Lockworth. Oh my goodness, this is the final duo. This is the pair of them. Wow, I'm like so happy and everything. I kind of think Kathy would actually suit like this purple dress that I pulled out before for this pony. I think it would suit Kathy. I think that she would actually suit the purple dress more. And not only that, like Kathy was based off this original, if you haven't seen my last video, I'll link it in the description on how I made Kathy Lockworth, but they were based on this already made character that I made for them, and as you can see their skin colour is purple on the original character, but in pony form I made them green. And maybe I could give them like the purple dress to kind of like give a little like nod, like little nod to like the original sort of character that I made them. So yeah, I think Kathy would suit this purple dress actually, so I might give them a purple dress instead. No, look at that. Oh wow, I like that because it makes me so, I want to cry. I'm so happy just because it just, this is so like, this is a moment like in time right now, just like, if I wore the purple dress just to give like a little heads up to like the original Kathy Lockworth, and just yeah, oh dear me. Unfortunately, Suzi Stitchwood did not have a cloth doll character. I just made them into pony form. I've never made them before and stuff because I used to make like cloth dolls like this and express my characters through cloth dolls. This is like before I found like My Little Pony and stuff. So yeah, now I'm just like ponyfying some of the characters, just some of them. So yeah, I think Kathy would suit this dress, but yeah, this is the duo together. Oh my goodness, look at them. They do look like a duo, like, oh my goodness. I'm so happy. So Kathy's meant to be more like the chatterbox one, and this one's meant to be more like, kind of like toned down a bit more, like appearance wise as well. Like you can physically see that they are a lot more toned down than Kathy. Kathy's like goes full out with the makeup, like she tries too hard, but this one, like, she doesn't try, she's not that desperate, Jesus, okay. I'll give her like a little heart beauty mark that I love, by the way. I think that turned out really well, like the heart beauty mark, and Kathy just has like a black beauty mark, just a classic. So yeah, they're meant to be like a little duo character duo. So yes, anyways. So that is about it for this video. I hope you found it interesting. Be free to leave a cheeky little like and a friendly little comment, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. And thank you all so much for watching, and bye! Oh my god, I just changed the dress and it looks so amazing. And yellow goes with the cutie mark. I didn't realise that with the yellow hair, I don't think. I can't remember. And look, I give them the yellow loom band to match. So, like, purple goes. Like, purple and yellow goes. I mean, I think that was already a thing, but yeah, just like, oh wow. Like, the colour stories on these two ponies work, and it's just so interesting and like, how does it work and stuff. And I just realised that this is the only ginger pony character that I have in my collection. Isn't that insane? So wow. That's a statement in itself.